Hi everyone, and you're so much welcome to today's tutorial. I still remain your shoemaking made easy tutor. Odurole Mojibola. Yesterday I taught us how to actually create the front part of this particular beautiful bling 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 baby girl sandal. I taught us how to locate the joint line as well as the vamp point. So you can catch up with these at the end of this video. I will surely keep the link right there and also in the description. So today we are going to be looking at how to create the covered back pattern. Now I need you to know that what we do on this channel is make shoemaking easy and simple for you. If you're watching me for the first time, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, come on, subscribe now. What are you waiting for? Now subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. All right, sit back. You know what? I'm gonna be right back. All right, so we are going to start with just the back pattern for now. Now if you're going to be cutting the back pattern, you can actually decide to use a free hand, which is what I'm going to be showing us here. Now considering the center, the back center line, which is, you know, just this center, the center of this particular shoulders at the back here, the first question you want to ask yourself is, where is my back pattern going to stop? So it depends on where you want it to stop. If you want it to move forward, definitely it means it's going to be something coming down this way, which might actually be too long. So for us, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be placing it around here. And then the reason is because now this full length, now let me check what is this particular length. This is actually like 17. This is 17. So if I want to cut out the top heel for this, I'm going to be dividing this by, I'm going to be dividing it by 3. Let's say I divide this by 3. Now 17, it might be a bit difficult. Let's go to 18. Let me say it's 18. And that's 6. 18 divided by 3, that is 6. So if I decide to measure 6 from here, according to my measuring tape, I'm going to be measuring 6. So this is where my 6 will stop. Can you see where my 6 will stop? You understand? Which is quite much, you understand? So I am going to go a little bit backward, because if you look at this, if I put it here, it will be too much. As far as I'm concerned, it's too much. So let's make use of 5. Let's make use of 5. So if it is 5 and I'm going this way, so I can say, okay, then this is good enough, you understand. But please, I'm going to suggest that each time you want to check the half heel, especially for children, you can actually divide by 4. If you want to divide, you can divide by 4, because normally their own is not supposed to be really much. I know some people will say, okay, it should not be too small, but at the same time, I don't see any reason why their half heel should be almost half of this sole. So I believe that this point is perfectly okay. This particular 5 is perfectly okay. So, but if you look at the design, you find out that the back pattern did not stop where the top heel of the sole started. It did not stop. So that is the reason I'm going to move it backward and not use exactly where I measured just now as 5. So you can do whatever suits you as far as where to position this is actually concerned. You understand? So I'm going to actually try to locate my center line and then place this right here. Now my measuring tape is going to start from here. It's going to start from here. Not from this iron, because the calibration does not start from there. It starts from somewhere here. So I'm going to bring it this way. So I'm going to be using 7. I'm going to be using 7. You see, I took it from the center line. I'm going to be using 7 centimeters. So I am going to go ahead now and then fold my carton. You can see I'm folding it. Please just follow me gently. So you can see I folded it. Let me measure this and see if it's 7. I think I'll be using my ruler at this point. So I'm going to be placing my ruler. I need 7, don't forget. So I'm going to be, please just follow me on this. You need to follow this. This is 7. And I'll put this as well as 7. I'm just trying to draw a straight line. So I have this to be 7. So that is 7. You can see folded 7. So since we have this to be 7, this side rather is 7. So what height are we going to use? You can use the same height, and you can decide to actually increase this, make use of you can increase this, and you can also reduce it. Please, I need you to note that you can increase, you can reduce. Now let's say we are not, and you can still use the same thing. You can use the same thing. It's all your choice, whatever way you want to do it. But for me, I am going to make use of, this side is going to be 7, and I'm going to be making use of 7.5 for the height. You understand? Like I said, you can increase. By the time you increase it, you will see how the shape look like. By the time you reduce also, you will see what it looks like. So that's just how to go about that. So you can see what I have. So you can see what this actually looks like. Can you see what it looks like? So what I'm going to do now is I am going to actually move this, just try to create like a curve. Can you see what I just did? I hope you can see it. If you think you cannot do that, get a USB cord to create a shape and just follow it through. You understand what I'm saying? Just for it to look like that. You can see what I have right here. You can just do that, and then just follow it like that. So at this point now, maybe I should highlight it more so that you can see what I just did. So I know you can see it now. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be, I think I want us to see this more. So at this angle here, at this particular angle, I'm going to go ahead and measure about, can you see that I place it at 1 centimeter? I place it at 1 centimeter. So I'm going to measure about 1.5 here. I hope you can see that. So we are going to go ahead and please, it's not going to be straight. We're going to try to slant it. So permit me to just slant it. I'm going to just slant it. Now for the measurements, you may not be able to understand that until you begin to check on the shoulder. So but let me just use 6. See, you can see I slant it a bit. You understand? So I just slant it. You can see what I have right here. So with this, I'm going to measure about like 1.5 centimeter downwards from the same line. This is 1.5. From here to here is 1.5. I will still bring it down, following the slant line. 1.5, right? So let's say I have this. So you can see what I have right here. The next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to measure 3 centimeter. My 3 centimeter is here. I will show you what I'm going to be doing to that as we proceed. So at this point, you are going to, now this is coming from here. What I need you to do is cuff it to go to this. Can you see what I'm trying to do? Can you see that? So after this particular curve, this is another thing you can actually do in case you are not sure of what you just position here. Now use this for your positioning. You understand what I mean? After you have cuffed it, use it for your positioning. Then you can now measure your 1.5, because I'm doing this because I want us to be sure of how to slant. So after you have tried to curve this in, if you want it to come in a little bit more, you can. It depends on how wide you want this part to actually be. this particular, I'm sure I will show you what I mean when I finish cutting it. It depends on how wide you want this to be, you understand? So that's what will determine what you are measuring here. I measure 3. If you don't want your own to be as wide as that, you can measure 2, so it will come up a little bit and curve towards it. So like I have this here, I will now use this one now to follow my 1.5. It depends on the width that you also want. So I can just adjust it. So it means this is not going to be working. But let me first of all cut this out. Can you see what it looks like? So see what I mean. When you open it, this particular place, the way you want it to look like, will be so determinant, you understand, of because this one, it can go in more, you understand. Let me put it at the back of the shoe for you to see, of the shoelace, so you can see what it looks like. So we have this here and we have this right here. This is what we have. You can see that. So now the extension that we want, considering this part, don't forget our extension, it should not be too close to this particular point too, so we have to be very careful. So let's use this and see what it looks like. The first one, let's use it and see what it looks like. You can see what it looks like at the back and see what this looks like. So if this is too wide, if it's too wide, we can still reduce. You can reduce it right here and not touch the upper part again because of this side. If you check it, it's still 1.5. So if you want to adjust, you adjust this part. You understand? You can adjust it here. You understand that? So all of this. So if you want this side to have buckle, you place it this way. Fold it, ensure you have enough right inside there. You understand, where you suspend your buckle. You can bring this in and try to I'm sure you can see what this looks like. So with this, we already have our back pattern. So I'm sure you can see what we have right here. The next thing is just to go ahead and place it on our sew template, on our leather rather, and then you go ahead and begin to work, with it. Now for this side, I'm definitely going to measure about 2 to 3 centimeters here, around 2 centimeters or so from here to here, where I'm going to be stitching a 0.5 centimeter away from this middle. When I cut my leather, I will stitch it, slant it as if I'm creating a dart like this, so that this side will bulge out, you understand, and makes it really, really, really looking very perfect. So with this, that this side is going to be for buckle, this is going to be for your strap. We definitely have a strap. So how will you know what to use as strap? You definitely have to check this out to be able to know what you will use as strap. So let's say the buckle is suspended here, then you measure from here to this other side with about 2 or 3 centimeters extra, you understand, and then use as the length of your strap. Well, of course, that you have to know what you are going to determine it by, knowing the kind of size of buckle you want to use. So you can see what I have right here. Thank you for joining me today, and our July weekend shoemaking class is definitely starting on Saturday. If you have not registered, go ahead and register. It's $3 on a monthly basis for the commitment fee if you are outside Nigeria, and if you're in Nigeria, it's 1,500 naira. This month of June, I taught them on how to create a shankless heel. Yes, and we also learned some content creation. I taught them how to use some of those beautiful apps that you can use for your content creation. So this, of course, in the month of July, I'm going to be looking at some beautiful children's sandals. I'm going to be looking at Facebook ads, how you can spend 1,000 naira just to at least advertise yourself and reach more people, how you can use little amount of money just to run Facebook ads, you understand, and be able to actually see the impact really well, you understand. So, and other marketing and sales skill is what I'm going to be also teaching in the month of July. So I'm inviting you officially. So let me know in the comment section if you would like to join us for the July class, and I will guide you on how to enroll yourself. Thank you once again for joining me, and I still remain your most wealthy shoemaking made easy tutor, Odurole Mojibola. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.